So you've identified that you have to start off, you've identified your target segments, you've identified that you're starting a business, you've identified your investors. Now the question is, how do you acquire customers? There are many thought processes, and textbook examples here is in terms of, you identify the standard marketing channels and acquire, set up relationships with them or advertise there and so on. For a startup entrepreneur, I would break up the channels into three basically phases. The first one being personal credibility. Your networks and contacts are important and you should approach this. But if you are thinking in terms of a scalable business, it is very important that you do not use this channel as a source of continuous business. It is a good channel to get you started, and you should try it out for maximum 6 months. Otherwise, you get into the whole thing of keeping on doing work, building a channel based on your personal credibility, which in the long run may not be scalable. Typically, this is where you will leverage your credibility, and you should leverage your old networks to approach them. Some people have a very high degree of success there, depending on the product, and there are other dynamics around this. My sense is that keep it short, keep it simple, but within 3 to 4 months, you should graduate to a system where a fundamental channel is operational, which is beyond your personal credibility as an entrepreneur. That is the online and the marketing systems, which is primarily driven on online. Why am I stressing on online? The reason is that online is the most scalable channel. The world is online. Now, this is the scalable as well as the cheapest channel. If you try to do cold calling, if you try to do sales, if you try to do a newspaper advertising, all that pales compared to leveraging the online channel to boost your market. So I would urge all entrepreneurs to really go through the internet world and search out all articles on online marketing. This will be the platform for you to run your business. And this is primarily 3 fronts, which is social media, which is typically Facebook, Twitter, Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. Facebook for us has been a good medium. Emails, which is direct marketing, and there's a lot of analytics which can go into it, and Google AdWords. Google by far can really help your business get started. If your business doesn't do well on Google, it is very unlikely that there's something wrong in your marketing campaign before you move to the offline channels. So my request to all of you is move fast on online and pick up these skills fast. When you're scaling up, that comes at a much later stage. You need to have standard sales links, standard sales teams, global alliances, marketing, public relations, and so on. Typically, this you should do it when you're scaling up, and even if you're doing it now, you should hire specified companies which do it. I know it might prove to be slightly costlier, but you're minimizing risk by getting a specific expertise in doing it. So if you're hiring if you want to do PR, it is better to hire a PR firm than try to do it on your own. Because be careful as an entrepreneur, don't build any marketing expenses which is not going to be a core part of your business. Online should be built internally because that continuously will be a core part of your business, and there are very few players who can claim to say that they're great in online. This is something which you as an entrepreneur need to discover and understand how online can benefit you. Now we come to the next slide.